In an unpredictable world where everyone strives to be extravagant, two men dare to be average.
Ain't nobody gonna hate on us.
Either way, that's
If
fine.
so, fuck them.
I was gonna say a lot of people probably hate on us. That's cool.
Why expect the best when you can settle for the rest? Adam McElroy,
Hate the phrase Mercury retrograde.
Ryan Baker.
I mean,
Now-
dogs walk around, you can see their penis.
It's the Average AF Podcast.
The Average AF Podcast can be listened to on all major streaming services. I'm talking really fast right now because that's what they do in movie trailers. Please drink responsibly. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, guess what? We're in the episode. I like this energy we're starting with.
I'm not joking. My lips are killing me.
Yeah, I wonder why. We're dropping. we're dropping. Very, very. Not appropriate insults. Patreon.com/average.
You just think they're not appropriate because you're a bitch.
No, dude. How many times are you going to say that?
That's going to be like the 7th time so
Dude.
far that he's just straight up to your face called you a bitch.
Dude,
That's like my ad lib for the night.
that's not.
It is.
It's not an ad lib if it's planned.
That one wasn't planned.
Breaking news.
Oh.
Adam is a bitch. We go now live to Adam to get his comments.
Fuck y'all.
Spoken like a true bitch.
Whatever, dude.
Back to you.
Okay, well, I guess that's how we're starting the episode. That's fine.
Great energy, as
I
you
guess,
stated.
I guess I kind of walked into that, starting it with, dude. All right, how about this? I'm gonna leave in what you said about 10 seconds before we started the episode. How you feel about that?
Which one?
The one that you're definitely not supposed to say.
Yeah, it's definitely don't say that anymore.
Whatever, Coca-Cola.
Whatever.
I like Pepsi.
Yeah, me too.
Do you say pop or soda?
Pop all day. I think we've had that
We did
conversation.
have that
Yeah,
conversation.
it's pop. I'll catch myself saying soda every now and then, though.
Yeah, well, it's
Not
terrible.
meaning to.
You
I just-
cannot switch up.
I do.
Welcome.
No.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, guys. It is Friday, January 14th, I do believe. Is that right?
What did you
know
randomly
what that
just
means
provide
tomorrow
today?
is?
What?
That means tomorrow's the 15th.
It is
Right.
the 15th. You know what happens tomorrow?
I do.
Or tonight at midnight?
It turns to the 15th.
Yeah, what happens, BJ?
VaunDoom's new album drops.
Yeah.
This
Gang,
thing I've
gang.
built.
Yeah, son.
All right.
So shout out VaunDoom. Definitely, guys, go check that out.
Well, when you hear this, it's out. So
Yes,
go to Bandcamp
it
and
is
download
out
it
now.
now.
That's right. Check out
yeah.
his merch, too.
Bandcamp for sure, guys. Bandcamp is like
Best way to support those people.
similar to like a Patreon kind of thing for musicians and things like that. But
I think the only ones I'm on there that I follow on there is Vaughn and Autopoxy, which is Ori's band.
nice.
Hell yeah.
But
But you can give those bands like just if they release a song, you can give them a couple bucks.
right,
You
right.
know, or just $1. It's never really very much, but you can actually directly support,
Them.
content
Well, yeah,
creators.
it's so much different too, especially now with like streaming and everything like that. He was kind of breaking it down when he was here a couple weeks ago. How like you literally have to get like millions and millions and millions of streams to make any like meaningful money.
Right.
But if you guys go donate $1 or $2 or $5 or whatever it is to his Bandcamp, that just goes so much farther. Like literally 500 to 1,000 times farther than if you just stream it.
Yeah.
Or get it on Apple or something like that. His Bandcamp is outerheavenmusic.bandcamp.com, so definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, it's good
Let's
that
get
you
out
say that because
now.
I completely forget. Like, it took me forever to find him on there. I'm like,
Right.
there's Vaughn, but where
Right.
is everything? Like, I couldn't.
It's Outer Heaven Music. I just confirmed that with him too, just to make sure. But yeah, go check that out. That album is out now, called "This Thing I've Built." I'm excited to hear it. We might have a surprise at the end of the show too.
Oh, shoot.
So we'll see. We'll see what
To
happens.
be determined.
Yes.
We'll
But yeah,
circle back
it's,
to it. Don't worry.
It's been a good Friday, man. Vaughn's album's coming out tomorrow, and then we had Cordae drop an
Cordae
album
just dropped
today.
a fire album.
Token dropped an album as well.
I have to check that one out. I remember you talking about it.
I've listened to the first like 3 songs and just like I don't know.
Not the
It's-
same.
Yeah, it's not. Which whatever. It's kind of the typical situation with artists where it's like Okay, do you want them to grow as an artist and try different styles?
Right, or just
do you
stick
want
to what
them
they know?
to stick with one certain style?
Yeah.
And he's trying a different style, and it's good. I've only made it a couple songs in, but the Cordae album's definitely fire.
It is. And
Is
I know
Token the guy who did Household Name?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I like that song.
Yep.
And I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. From what you had sent me, from what he had stated about it, which I
Right.
mean is definitely cool, but because I can see how it does tell the story.
Right.
But yeah, I listened to it at work, man, and I couldn't get like through it with no interruptions and stuff
Right.
like that. But dude, what I heard was insane.
He's super talented, man. He's definitely one of the best. I don't even know if you would want to call him up and coming rappers because he's pretty successful.
And he was with YMB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was. I mean,
YBN.
with them, YBN.
Same
he was
thing.
with them for a little bit, so I mean, it's not like he's just new to the game.
Yeah. He's
But since he's dropped that and
Right.
gone like solo with himself, man, he's
now I don't want to necessarily like break down this album too much, but it's interesting when we bring up albums on the show because as some of you know who have listened for a long time or since the beginning, this show actually started as a hip hop review show.
right.
We would always review an album every week, and then we'd bullshit a little bit or whatever for the other half hour or whatever. But yeah, it's just interesting to kind of throw it back to literally episode 1 where we review an album. But with this one, it was definitely solid. I definitely need to listen to it more. I've listened to it like one time through all the way and then probably another half time. So I haven't gotten a full taste of it too much.
Right.
But I will say I like Cordae a lot, but there wasn't really anything on this album that blew me away.
Yeah, I
It's
see
a
where you're coming
solid
from.
album.
Especially the energy that he had on the LA Leakers.
Yeah, the freestyle. Yeah.
Bro, he
Murdered it.
He
and I thought
murdered
he was
that.
going to come out with like more aggressive stuff.
That's what I was saying. Like, especially at the end when he was like, I dare a motherfucker to come
Right.
in here. Like,
Right.
and he was like pounding like King Kong and stuff. Like, you could just tell that energy was all inside. And then when the album dropped, like you said, it was fire, but there wasn't anything like,
Yeah.
damn.
I don't know. It nothing like really stuck out to me. Like it's a very good album. Sonically, it's a very good album. Lyrically, conceptually, everything.
Features on it.
Yeah, but it just, the producing was great, but it just, there wasn't anything that, like, I heard it and was like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? I was, like, the whole time I was like, this is dope. That's about the level I was at.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks to say, but.
I don't know. I'm just glad. I like it because even listening to it, I can tell that there's not a song on there that I'm going to get like
bored with
and like have to skip it later on.
Right.
I feel like I could listen to that whole album no matter what song it is. Even like the interludes and the little like skit things that he like, not the skits, but like the excerpts that he threw in, like that shit was fire.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely check it out, guys. It's called From a Bird's Eye View.
Yes.
It's definitely solid. I prefer his album before that.
The Lost Boys?
Yeah, The Lost Boys. That's actually it was my ringtone for a while, was Have Mercy off that album.
But we were talking earlier, he's young.
Yeah, I think he's only like 24, something like that.
So, I mean, he's definitely on the upward path. Like, he just needs to continue. And I think the way that he dropped that album, the way that he mixed the things together, like the different flows that he had, like that one song, the What You Want or What I Want From You, or I think that was the one I was talking to you about, where I was like, damn, dude, it's like Mac Miller came down and said, hey, bro, let's make this song.
Yeah, it's he definitely had a Mac vibe on one of the songs. One of the songs I mentioned too. I honestly thought it was a Anderson .Paak feature, but it never said featuring him or anything like that. So I don't know, but yeah, it sounds good. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you like hip hop. This is an album that I would consider true hip hop.
Yes,
because and I've gotten on this debate before too, way back in the day, but there's a big difference between hip hop and rap to me. And Cordae is a great example of real hip hop.
Oh yeah.
And I love it. But We also did another thing this week that I just got approval that we talk about because I wasn't sure.
Yes, we did.
A couple days ago,
Took a little trizip.
took a little trip down to Columbus.
Yes, we
or,
did.
What is it, Galloway? Maybe technically, I don't know. I'm not familiar
Texas?
with there. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that area.
I'd
but
go right now if it's warm.
we had a little guest spot
We did.
on the Greener Grass podcast.
Shout out Jackie
So,
Emily.
Yeah, shout out to them. We were there for a long time. There was weightlifting. There was
Pull-ups.
boxing. Yeah, there was curls. There was a lot of
Did you do the
wine.
the arm wrestling?
No,
No,
not
but
yet.
we did an actual
Pull-up competition.
Well, we did an official invitation for the springtime
yes.
to get
yes.
this arm wrestling match on.
Good.
Yep.
And I put a little bit of fear in him.
Yeah, it's true. He did. It
I
was
put some
surprising.
fear in him.
It was surprising.
I rocked out 13 pull-ups?
I think it was 14.
14 pull-ups.
I hate to give you
Wow,
credit,
good
but I
job,
think it
dude.
was 14.
14 pull-ups.
I think I just dead weight pull up. I could probably do 5 or 6.
I could
Yeah.
do 0.
Oh no.
and it's
for
been a minute,
sure,
and
yeah.
you know what? I said, let me show them what I got.
Right.
And
So, yeah, they got intimidated.
they did.
Emily switched teams, I believe.
I did, yeah. She did
She
switch
started
teams.
going Team Baker, and I said, that's fine because I'm Team Jackie still.
He didn't want to get beat
Go
up.
Jackie.
So it's going to be an
so it's
interesting
on.
time. Yeah.
I'm pumped. I
Emily
just got to keep
said,
my morning routine up.
yeah, Emily said she's going to be the ring girl for it. You know, I'll probably be the videographer. We're going to make it all let's
Yep.
Why can't you be the
So-
ring girl and she be the videographer?
Look, we can only have so much sexiness in a video, okay? Let's be real. But yeah, so shout out to them.
Yeah.
That episode actually isn't going to be coming out until their season 3 intro or season 3
Kickoff.
kickoff. Yeah. And that's actually going to be in about a month. So
Yeah.
maybe a little more. So
Cool.
it's going to be a little while, but we want to put it out there. Go get familiar with their show. It is audio only, so it's perfect for
I listen to
driving
it.
and all that kind of
It's a
stuff.
great. It's a great show. I like listening to it.
Yeah.
They're fun.
They're great. They're
They're
awesome.
goofy.
They're similar to us in the sense of
Yeah.
say whatever we want.
It's true, dude. Dude, it
Yeah,
was
they'll
awesome.
shock you with some of the stuff they say. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
It was awesome for me to actually put a face to him.
Oh yeah,
Like
because
a
he never
legit
met him
face
before.
to him.
Oh.
Yeah. So like
I
we've
see their
sent
videos
snaps,
and stuff
like we've
on
seen him on
Facebook.
Snap. Jackie hooks me up with some bomb ass dad jokes.
That you
So I
ruined.
communicate with
Womp
him.
womp.
But I was like, it was nice to actually see him.
Yeah.
So that was dope.
That's cool.
And
Yeah.
I think the episode, depending on, there may be some things that might need to be cut out, but depending on how it's edited,
It
it's,
was a wild ass episode.
yeah, it got weird, it got deep, it got really goofy, but it's at least an hour-long episode
Yeah.
too, so probably more.
Nice.
But it
It's a
was
good
definitely
time, dude.
awesome. Yeah, definitely awesome. So go check that out. Go.
Super upset. Freaking Raising Cane's was closed. So but
we were
trying to leave.
dude. We were trying, and shout out to them because like this wasn't anything about them, but we were like, we drove past Raising Cane's on the way there,
Yeah.
and we were like, we got to get some canes on the way back,
Sure.
and then we show up there. It's like 7:15, something like that, 7:30.
7:23.
7:23. Yep.
I hit him with the ETA.
Yep. And we get there, and we're there for like 4 hours.
Yeah. I don't think we left till damn near like 11:30.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Dude,
were
we
there
were
forever.
Kicking it, bullshitting, talking like,
Yeah.
dude, they're down ass chicks, dude.
Yeah.
Like they are cool as shit.
They went.
Dang.
They went through 3 bottles of
Oh,
wine.
wine. So you got to
Hell yeah,
put
dude.
that into consideration
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Females and wine.
Yeah. But it was
What
a good
the
time.
hell just happened? Did
But
you just?
I don't know. I'll watch it on the playback. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know.
What you did?
No, not what you did. It's just like what you said. It's like females in wine. You know how they be, right?
I'll just
It's
say,
like,
man.
dude.
Oh,
You
He's
get
just
wine.
generalizing.
You get wine into them.
Look, I'm not gonna spoil the conversation that we had, but they did give permission to say female. So
I didn't need permission from them to begin with.
I
to
didn't
say
either, but,
female.
I
like-
say neither did you. You said it all the time.
no, dude, I'm super respectful to everybody. I don't know why you're laughing, dude. I'm a gentleman.
Ad lib time.
Hashtag stares at camera.
Hashtag cancel Tim.
Hashtag cancel Tim.
Yes. Bringing it
Hashtag
back.
points at the camera.
But yeah, so definitely go check them out, guys. They're awesome. They just had their 100th episode too, and that one is a video episode actually on YouTube as well. So you can check that out. Subscribe to their YouTube, all that stuff. But yeah, that was super fun.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Long trip. But yeah, so when we were leaving, we found out Raising Cane's closed at 10.
Yeah, and we're like, fuck.
And so we're just an
funny.
hour and a half past.
You're right. We're like, we're not even fucking close.
And what made it even worse, bro, we stopped at McDonald's, the only damn place open across the street from fucking Cane's.
Yep. And we just had to stare at it the whole time.
The whole time.
Dude, we didn't even.
Like,
and
that's
then
just punishment.
And then we pulled over like after we got our food because we hadn't ate since like lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we ate and stuff. We didn't even leave Columbus until like 12 something.
Yeah, it was a late night.
Yeah, it was on a Tuesday.
On a
fucking
both
on a
Tuesday.
random
of us gotta
Tuesday.
work.
But it is what it is. But that was super fun.
Worth it.
Definitely worth it. Another thing that's worth it that I forgot about until just now because you said worth it. I just bought UFC tickets.
I saw that post.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah.
I'm so excited.
Where is it?
Columbus
It's in Columbus.
Yes,
So
in
what,
March. At Nationwide.
Who you going with?
Nationwide. Okay.
Steve.
Nice.
Yeah. But we got floor seats.
Oh my!
Dude. Yeah. And if we are
I already can tell you spent way too much money.
It wasn't-
What are you
Definitely
doing?
it was a lot, but it wasn't like yeah.
It was a lot.
Dude.
Yeah, you know?
So,
You don't want to know. You want to know how I know
boy.
it's a lot? Listen, because we talked about me possibly going, and I didn't get a message because I know I didn't get a message for a reason. Was because we even talked about it. He was like, "I know you don't really like it, and I'm not sure how much the tickets are going to cost."
so
Everything.
listen.
I was like, "Dude, I'd be down. Like, it'd be dope
Yeah,
experience."
it'd be fun.
And
Yeah.
I know that they cost a fucking lot because
listen.
I did not get the message.
Listen. It's not as bad as you think.
Spill the beans. How much were they?
Give me a second. So so Nationwide, like it's an arena, right? It's a
Right.
basketball arena. So floor seats, there are 3 sections on each side of the octagon, right? On the floor.
Yep.
So we get section 1, which is just one of the ones on the outside. We are row H, okay?
Okay.
Row E, now the price of row E isn't close to row H, so don't freak out.
That's what I had to do my alphabet in my head.
I know, I did it too.
Yeah.
So don't freak out when I tell you row E's price because it's not even close to that. But row E's price was I think $780 for one ticket for row E. Row H isn't that isn't close to that.
$500.
No,
300.
no,
250.
no.
2.
Basically,
About $200
so it was,
a ticket.
It was $178 a ticket
plus parking.
plus fees and whatever. Sure, plus parking, but
Plus
yeah,
food because you're gonna eat when you're down there.
Yeah, probably.
You got a $500 evening on your
It's
hand.
cool. It's cool. That's
Luckily,
fine.
you don't drink.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
it's
Luckily,
fine.
you do not drink.
Yeah,
Because-
that would have
Yeah, but
$20 a beer.
I obviously love the UFC. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that, and I don't think they've ever had an event in Columbus. I think they did one in Cleveland a couple years ago.
I guess it was Cleveland.
And this one's not like a massive pay-per-view.
Okay.
Because then it'd be way more expensive.
What's the
too.
card?
Right.
Do you know?
It's a fight night, which is one of the the ones that you can get on ESPN Plus.
Yep.
But it's got Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic.
Okay.
So that's the main event, and then there's a couple fights under it too. But I honestly, like, me and Steve talked about it. Like, I kind of like watching sports better at home for the most part.
Yeah.
Because you get better angles. You get all the commentary.
but you still need to experience stuff live.
Right.
Right.
You
So,
do.
and
At
I
least
love
once.
I
I
love
mean.
live shows. Yeah, and I'm in a position now where I have been spending a lot of money, but I've been taking it out of my crypto. So it's not even like it's out of my paycheck per se.
Right.
It's out of another quote unquote bank account that I have
Yeah.
on the back end. But
Well, I would drop any amount of money to go to like a live skating event.
Right.
Now, you know.
Right.
That's
I really
and
want to go
That's what I was thinking too. Like, I wouldn't drop that because I'm not like a UFC fan like you are.
Right.
But for you, I see like that's not even
because
that price is not that bad for this type of an event and those types of seats too. Like that's
Yeah.
So we're row H, which is what, like 7 rows back from the front or something like that,
which is great.
And we're on the floor. Yeah, like it's perfectly fine. And then the first like ring of the arena, those seats were like around 85 to 100. Okay. So I was like, you know, I'll probably never go back to another event.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know,
YOLO, bro.
Fuck it, yeah. So I'm excited about that. Me and Steve are going to go.
When's that?
March 26th.
Okay, so it's not too far away.
Yeah, a couple months. I'm super stoked. But I got in on the early pre-sale. Pre-sale went on sale Friday, but I'm signed up for the newsletter. I don't know how that happened. They just tricked me into something probably. I don't know.
Fine with.
Yeah, I don't look at it, but
Right.
But it just happened to send me something that said, "Hey, if you use this code, you get the early pre-sale." So I'm looking on Thursday, and I'm like texting Steve, and I'm like, "What do you think? Like price-wise, all this kind of stuff." And within 20 minutes, I refreshed it, and the whole section 2 and 5, which are the middle sections on the floor, were sold out already.
Whoa!
And I was like, "Fuck! Like we got to make a decision now." So yeah, so it was kind of a.
It's crazy how that crap sells out like that too, ain't it?
Yeah, and it was kind of. I don't want to say it was an impulsive decision because I've been thinking about it for a couple days and like all that, but I didn't know the prices, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like $200 for some floor seats.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be there because I like every fight. I go for the early prelims and everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be there 5 or 6 hours.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
they're losing money on you because they're banking on people to get there that early and start drinking.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm sure I'll get like a hot dog or a burger or something, but like I'm not spending much money there.
Dude, you could get like 6 hot dogs and that's equivalent to somebody's fucking beer probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Like legit.
But yeah, I'm excited about that, man. I'm super pumped.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Yeah. But you said worth it, and in my status I said worth every penny.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like,
I mean, I would drop some shit like that to go to a soccer game, like to get like some up close person like seats like that, or something.
Well, that's the thing too. Like now, like growing up, I was always, and I still am, a huge sports fan.
Yeah,
baseball was my favorite sport. Growing up for like 10 years, I wanted to be a basketball player, like in the NBA. Like played every day in the driveway when it was cold and everything like that. Mm-hmm. But I was actually best at football, and I liked football a lot too. So I've always been into sports and all that kind of stuff. But for the last, like, I don't know, 6 years-ish maybe, I've gravitated more towards the UFC. And now, like, pretty much no other sport, like, entertains me that much anymore. And it's weird because, like, I'll still watch Red Sox. The Bengals play in the playoffs tomorrow, so I'll watch that. You know what I mean? And I'm still interested, but, like,
they play the Raiders, don't they?
Yeah, but like I stopped playing fantasy football a couple years ago.
I play because I get lucky as shit.
Yeah, but since then I just
4th place this year, baby.
I haven't been into sports much lately, so I don't think I'm really going to be going to any sporting events. Really,
right.
I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? So
we're looking to get like crew tickets for the next season.
Yeah,
dude.
Like season tickets or just like
not season. Just I definitely want to go to a few of like the home games.
That's got to be so expensive.
Right. And you got to have like a ton of free time. Like I don't have that much free time.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not at all.
Because then you feel obligated. It's like, well, we got to get to this game. I paid all this money.
Yeah, but that's what us broke people think. If you're rich enough for season tickets, you might be like, we can skip one.
Yeah.
Or give it to friends. Yeah, whatever.
I will never know what that's like.
Me neither.
Yeah, me either. We are hoping to know what that's like through patreon.com/average podcast.
Sign up now.
What is this snake thing, dude? Did you get attacked? You get eaten?
No, so
Did you get a tattoo?
Let's
keep guessing, Adam.
Do it.
Did you get a Nokia phone and play that game on that?
That was my favorite game of all time.
Game is dope, but no.
I like the tattoo thing.
Did you get a pet?
No, but I want to. That's what I was going to talk about.
Oh my god, you get the weirdest fucking pets.
Why
dude.
is that a weird pet?
Because it's a weird pet.
Yeah.
Dude. It is classified as an exotic pet, which is weird. It's another word for weird pet.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what kind of snake you get.
Oh,
Well,
come off it. This is a
first of
dad
all-
joke. We're
Plus it's-
walking into it.
It's not. No, I really want to get a milk snake.
Yeah, I believe a milk. What the fuck's a milk snake?
Well, so they actually got their names. It's kind of funny. They got their names because they were always found in barns.
I don't trust this. I
not
don't
that
trust
funny.
this. But
It's
okay.
not a dad joke. I swear to God.
Try
I
it.
swear it's not.
Well,
Trying
it's
so hard.
starting to sound like
Wait,
one
no,
of your
they got
terrible
their-
setups.
They got their
Cut his
name.
mic.
They're
Cut
called.
his mic.
They're
That's
called
on
milk
you, dude.
snakes
Cut it.
because the people back in the day, like when they first saw the snakes, they found them in the barns, and they were always around like cows and stuff like that, and they thought that they were milking, like getting the milk from the cows. Right, and
People
they
are stupid.
as fuck. And you can even say like there is
Are they
literally no
white?
truth behind.
Are they
any of
white
this.
at
Yeah.
all? Like-
no, I don't know. This is back in the day. Like I don't know.
Oh
Everything
yeah,
I've said is
everything was black and white back in the day.
yeah,
I forgot.
But you were so fucking bad. But no, they're just like that's just how they got their name. But they're literally
That's dumb.
they're just long ass snakes. They're kind of like corn
Wait,
snakes.
time
and,
out.
It's a corn snake.
They thought. Time out. Hold on. They thought the snakes were milking the cows.
Yeah, like nursing from the cow.
Why would you assume that? If
I don't know.
If you
Do
didn't
snakes
ever
drink
see
milk?
that,
I'm not saying that I came out with. No, they don't. They don't drink
Yeah,
milk.
they definitely
And they
don't.
wouldn't be able to. Like all the facts were saying, like they
they
wouldn't,
wouldn't
be able to
digest it.
and
yeah.
they don't have lips to be able to like get onto the teat to suck the teat.
Oh my god.
So yeah, everything was proven like
That's a
that is
weird.
completely
I bet
false.
I bet. Never mind. I won't say that. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
but
never
no,
mind.
I
Never mind.
so we were you are my son's
gone.
got a shit ton of these like
I'm here, dude.
National Geographic books.
Yeah.
And he loves them. Like
Yeah.
we just got him like a pet one, and he's got the coral reef one, like all of this
Right.
stuff. So on the pets
Does he
one,
get
it
the
was
magazine?
going over.
Like the,
I used to get the
No.
magazine
they
all
still
the time.
that magazine's still going. My kid gets them every month.
Does he? I think
He
he would
loves
enjoy
it.
it. He
He's-
would definitely enjoy it.
Well,
There was
would.
that-
My kid's huge into the stump your parents. They have a thing in there where it's just a bunch of,
Nice.
you can go ask your parents.
Hell
and stuff.
yeah.
We've done it a couple times on our episodes where I have him come on, and I have
Right.
like we keep track of like. I beat Hannah every time because I'm awesome. But we always I always have like what we got, and then he comes on the episode every now and then and asks him all the questions and see what he gets.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
It's fun.
But yeah, so it's like a dope book, and like there's times where I'm like, all right, that's interesting. Like I didn't really know that, or
Right.
But yeah, like there was one where it was like alligators can grow up to 15 feet.
Okay.
Most of them usually only have 4.
Oh my god.
But back to the snake. I knew I had
Well
to sneak
done.
that one in there.
Well done.
But back to the snake. Caden was like legit wanting to get a
I
snake.
want to zoom in on his face right now.
Yeah,
Just
it was great.
push. Just a slow push, and then the Curb Your Enthusiasm music, just as it's slowly panning to his face.
You know what sucks now?
Make that happen, Jackie.
Time
That'd
out.
be funny.
You know what sucks now? Now I have to figure out how to do that while I edit, because I will. I will.
I
If
hope
you're
so.
watching the episode, that just happened.
It did.
And if it didn't just happen, I'm a failure. Continue.
Oh, I hope it happened.
Me too. Me too. That's why I put that out there. So now I have to do it.
But no, like after we were reading the book, this is legit back into my story though. No, there's no other dad joke coming from this one.
Was that whole magazine thing just set up to that?
Yeah.
I'm so mad at you.
It definitely was.
I'm
That was
so
a good
mad
one
at
though.
you.
You're learning.
Yeah, but we actually did get it out of this though, out of his pet book that he got.
Okay.
But
let
yeah,
it
they were
slide.
talking about how corn snakes and milk snakes are like the best beginner pets.
Right.
And I started looking them up, man. I was like, man, milk snakes actually look
Well, then you
dope.
got to get a rat tail and some cut off jean jackets.
Hell no.
I mean,
Hell no.
And then you just have to like ask
Joe
random
Dirt it.
kids. Yeah, you just have to ask random kids on the street. You want to see a snake?
Snake, you want to see my snake?
Yep.
But yeah,
His
so I
name's
started
Jim
talking
Bob.
to him because he, like, when we've gone to the zoo and stuff, like, he didn't never wanted to, like, pet the snake where they have it out in, like, the reptile
Yeah.
section.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, like, after reading into it, like, you gotta, in order for your snake to, like, be a friendly snake and a good pet snake, like, you gotta get it out and handle it at times and stuff like that. I was like, would you be willing to handle the
thanks.
snake? And he was like, yeah.
Dude,
How big do they get?
Well,
He hasn't even researched
no,
that.
no. They said they get up to like 3 feet, 3 to 4 feet, I think.
Okay.
But it also, again, it's
How
going to
thick
depend
are they?
on.
How-
They're not that thick. They're like maybe like that.
Okay.
Fucking can't stand you. Like this. But
So what do they eat? Do you feed them like
Mice.
Mice.
Oh.
Yeah.
but
You know how many?
I wouldn't feed them live mice because you can either
You
feed
can
them
get 'em
live
the-
mice or that. But I would also from what I've heard and what I've kind of read, it's not. If you feed them like in captivity, then they'll become like more aggressive and use that like as their hunting ground. So it's not.
So
like,
that's
good
what
for them, especially with the live mice.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I would think it's the opposite to where, which I don't know. I'm an idiot, obviously, but I would think if you fed them live mice, it would get that hunting and that aggression kind of out of their system, so that they get it and they're like, all right, I'm kind of satisfied with the chase. I ate, and then now they're calm.
Yeah, I could see that. And again,
I don't know. That's just
I haven't really done my research either,
We
but
know.
I think it would be dope as shit to have a snake.
yeah. I'm not
hard pass.
I'm not feeling it. Hey, if you get a snake, how about we don't move the cage 75 times? Can we agree with that?
We can, but I do need help with a dresser.
I know you do. You always need help with a dresser or a fish tank or something. But I'm going to get you back because I need help with a house here in a couple weeks.
Noise.
But speaking of fish tank, I've also thought about that too. I was thinking, but I don't know if I'd have enough time for it. I kind of want to start breeding fish.
Dude, no.
Hell yeah.
No.
I'm with Adam on this.
This is
now.
all bad.
Yeah.
This is all bad.
I think I do.
I believe you that you want to,
Yeah.
Seriously.
but
this guy.
Or at least get another tank.
You need a long ponytail, buddy. You don't fit the.
I don't know, man, because you can make bank off fish too.
You need a long
Not
ponytail.
around
You need to
here,
wear those
though.
like Mexican
Some
ponchos
places.
everywhere you go.
if
Is he still talking?
I think
was.
so.
I'm just envisioning him like he doesn't look like it. He needs to wear like those Mexican ponchos and dirty pants. Always
Yeah.
got to be
But I
dirty
wouldn't
pants
have,
and barefoot.
I know I probably wouldn't have time for
I was
the
going
whole
to say
fish breeding.
barefoot or boots that are super loose and untied.
But I want to get another fish tank.
That's another good one.
But for upstairs in my room. It wouldn't be a big one. But I want another fish tank too.
Is it one that your wifey can help you move? Because that would be super
Yeah,
convenient
it
for
probably
me.
would be. It would be a big one. She told me to get freaking jellyfish.
No.
First off, dude, they
is
do look
going
dope.
on?
But that would be the stupidest thing because I did do some looking. Dude, their lifespan's like 8 fucking months.
Really? That
Swear to
sucks.
God. And their tank was
I
ridiculous
thought they were
to get
immortal.
set up.
Isn't it like...
There's one that's like
No?
immortal. There's one. There's
I don't.
like
What are you looking at
8,000
me like I
different
know?
fucking
Am I
species.
looking up if they're immortal?
Yeah, it's an immortal
Sure.
jellyfish.
Dude, first
There
of all...
is one that is immortal.
First of all, you're supposed to be smarter than both of us. So
I am smarter.
I'm not talking about you, dude.
Oh, I
Well, the one
was.
I remember when I was when I went to Bremerton to see my buddy out in Washington, and then we took a boat over to Seattle. When you're on that giant boat and you're like looking over the side, you could see big schools of jellyfish. It looked
Right.
really cool. I'm like, I've never been this close
Yeah.
to these things.
Look
before.
up Jellyfish Lifespan. Because 8 months... Well, maybe the kind that like
that you can get for.
that you can have in-house.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Most
Jellyfish
Oh,
are
okay.
short-lived. Yep.
live for a
Medusa.
few months. Okay.
Medusa or adult jellyfish.
And some can
typically
live up to
for
2
a
to
few
3
months.
years. But there is one
wait,
right there,
so
the immortal jellyfish.
scroll
There
down.
is one,
Okay.
though. And I think the bitch gets big, too. If I'm not mistaken.
From 4.5 meter wide species.
Yeah, dude, this one is dope.
So I'm not British, but a meter's like 3 feet, right?
Yeah.
So this is a 15-foot wide jellyfish?
Yeah, they
Pass.
don't die, but they transform. So it literally goes from baby to adult to baby to adult to baby to adult. It literally just keeps repeating its fucking life cycle.
What?
Dude, what?
Is there pictures or videos or something?
Is that a
What?
picture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
That thing's crazy looking. Yikes.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's got like a shit ton of tentacles
I
to
don't
it.
like that at all.
Um,
That's the thing nightmares are made of.
yeah.
But yeah,
Jeez.
but the thing that, because they look dope,
That's
right?
so dope. Yeah.
But the care for them,
Yeah, what
And,
would
like,
be the care? Because they don't really eat much.
you have to like sprinkle, like, I don't forget what it is, like
Fairy
little
dust.
nutrients or some shit in there that
Right.
they eat. But like, just how gentle and everything you have to be from like transferring from like wherever they're in at first
Yeah.
to the tank. Like, you've got to make sure there's no air bubbles and stuff like that. I'm like, for something that's only going to live fucking 3 months?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I'm
definitely
not
a lot
doing
of work,
this. Like,
man.
dude, it's so much work. I told her
Yeah.
that's a hard pass on that.
Definitely not worth
Then
it.
she was talking about some like saltwater tanks. And I said,
No.
That would be dope. I said, but
they're also a lot of work.
So much work.
That's a lot more work.
Not as bad once you get it started from what I've seen.
I used to take care of...
But they're pricey as shit.
Yeah, they are very expensive. My a guy who owned the hardware store forever, his son built a saltwater tank. Like that was like a project of his, and he built a whole tank, and they'd gotten the fish, and he had made the pumps and everything. It was really cool. But I remember like when they go on vacation, they'd ask me to go over and like I'm like, this is like way too many steps. Like I have to go over twice a day.
Yes.
And do all this stuff, and I'm like, God, I would never want
like
that.
with my fish tank, dude. I love it. I literally feed them twice a day, and I will fill the water up, like top my tank off, like every 2 weeks maybe, and then I'll change
very
the
easy steps.
and I'll change the filter once a month.
Yeah.
Right. Very
That's
easy.
the way to do it.
Like I love it. I love it.
Yeah, but so back to the snake thing though, like I guess
Like, no.
well, I guess it's different like because you obviously have fish and I know how much you like your fish and all that. But to me like a pet is something to like kind of play with and handle and like more or less like laugh with and kind of all this kind of stuff.
Well, but I mean, a pet is also like you taking care of something.
Well, that's
So
what
I
I'm
could-
saying. Like, so, like, fish, like, personally, I don't see... I would never get fish like myself. Like, I'm not opposed to it or anything, obviously. But, like, to me, I want to get something that I can play with and all this kind of
Like
stuff.
a dog, cat.
Yeah. And, like, a snake you can handle and stuff. But you're not going to, like... kind of roughhouse and play with a snake that much. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't want it to roughhouse and play with me like that.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's my point. Like, so for me, like those types of animals, I don't
Wouldn't
really
be pets in your eyes.
I mean, like whatever. But I just don't see why people like them when it's like just something to kind of look at more or less. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, dude, my fish tank is definitely calming.
Yeah, you got.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
give
you
you
got a
that.
cool setup and stuff.
So
but
that's one thing I love about the fish. Like, even if I didn't have like the dope fish that I have,
it does give it a nice like ambiance in the room and stuff. 'cause
especially like
it's
the water
LEDs.
flowing and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
LEDs.
But
and-
again,
with
with a snake, you don't have that.
you can.
You get like a
You got
light
just a
and
red
stuff.
light in there that's keeping them
yeah.
warm.
Right.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd say pass on that. Go
Like,
more fish.
Go
than
for
anything.
it, but I will
Don't go
never
for it.
touch that snake, just so you know.
Is that because you're one of my ad libs?
No.
Bitch!
Whatever.
It's enough out of you.
Yeah,
but
that's enough.
I want to piggyback last week on you guys had the big hand washing talking
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
about
dirt ball over
after
here.
being-
Hold on, I gotta find something, but keep going.
So when I was listening, I mean, my instinct is like maybe I'm probably like where Baker and Tim said like 95% of the time. I'm probably more 85% of the time washing my hands. But I also
Okay,
like
so you're closer
have-
to not lying. Okay.
But we also but I don't not do anything. I will always we have a big bottle
you're always
of the
working with your
95%.
hands and shit
That's
all
true.
the time.
I'm always doing it, so I
have-
like you said, like I wash my hands before and after.
right.
I do.
You have more of a reason because you're always playing with grease and building shit and doing all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it gets really dirty, like
Right.
building mowers and all that. But what I was gonna say to the other side of it, when I'm at home and it's even if it's just myself, I'll always at least sanitize. I have sanitizer right on the
I hate
countertop.
hand sanitizer. We got into that
we
in
did
Yeah.
the last
that.
episode.
But I just wanted to say that's what I do.
Well-
I either sanitize. If
Or
I'm not
wash your
washing
hands.
my hands, I'm sanitizing. So I always do something.
Right.
so
Don't just wipe your pants and walk away.
Yeah.
I don't do that, first of all. But, well, never mind.
I was gonna say. Now who's lying?
No, I don't wipe my pants. What are you talking about?
Just dust them off right on your pants.
Why
and walk
would
away.
I? Why are you guys getting piss all over your hands?
What, you don't pee all over your hands when you pee?
No, dude. I'm a grown man.
I like to get a fucking helicopter going when I'm peeing.
It sounds like it, you fucking messy
Dude, one of the
fucks.
great. Did you guys ever watch Me, Myself, and Irene when Jim
Yeah.
Carrey?
Yeah.
That's so great. When he like gets up in the morning, he's just standing in front of the toilet, just starts shooting straight
everywhere.
up.
So,
It's like one of my favorites.
shout out to Jackie because she put the clip of that on the TikTok, and I'm like,
With a pole.
come on, man. Like, don't put that on TikTok. But whatever. It is what it is.
What was
It
the?
got good engagement. But yeah, so 62% of our TikTok viewers do not wash their hands every time they go to the bathroom. They didn't give
they're gross.
percentage, but that's almost 2/3 of people.
Okay.
And you guys are claiming, I'll believe it from you. You're a good person.
What are you talking
and
about?
I believe it from
lie.
Tim. I know. That's what I'm saying. I believe you and I believe Tim. This man, when I asked him that and I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Why?" I specifically remember that.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, so you've been caught."
No.
Yeah.
No.
It is what it is.
Well, you
I
come to
believed
my
him.
house.
I
You
believed
come to
him when
my
I heard
house,
it.
and you got children police with hand washing. Trust me, you wash your hands.
Yeah, dude. Whenever they walk out, when they walk out of there, every time it's like, did you wash your hands? And they just turn around and go back in. It's like, damn it.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Harper washes her
You want
hands
to know
every
what's
time.
even worse with that with Caden? Caden, did you flush the toilet?
Yeah, that's the other one. They come out and they don't even flush the toilet.
Yes.
What is with these kids?
And Harper's like that too. And I make Harper wash her hands every time. But guess what? She's 3, and she probably can't control herself all that much, and there might be some stuff on her hands. As a grown man, you should never have piss or anything on your hands.
You're right.
I don't.
Check last week's episode. I'm right. I don't want to dive into this all again,
Whatever.
but I'm right.
I
What is
have
this?
to be right. I'm Adam.
I don't have to be right. I just am, dude.
Yeah,
It's not my
whatever.
problem. All right, guys, a little break in the action to shout out our Patreon producers and
Shout
our
out.
small business sponsors.
Shout
Shout out, man. And
Read them off, man.
our Patreon producers are Taylor, Tom, Patty Lite, Barili, Joel, Sarah, Steve, Anthony, Jeremiah, Twitch.tv/Evil Tony, and the Teach a Dummy podcast.
Hello, my little friends.
We love you, little friends.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, little friends.
Thank you for the love and support, man. Very
But
much.
Shout out to them. If you want to support the show, please do so for as little as $1 a month,
Or 5.
or $5, or $50.
Do it.
Patreon.com/Average AF Podcast. We appreciate you guys. And who else we got, man?
Hold on. Let me get reloaded.
We're gonna get reloaded, man.
Brubaker Photography, man.
All right, man.
They're the first small business producers, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
They've been supporting us since day one, man.
Tell me about that shit, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, check them out at facebook.com/Brubaker Photography 1.
Oh no, man.
Don't forget the 1, little friend. You always need the 1, you cockroach. Go ahead, check them out. Check their Facebook out. Get the pictures from their wall, man. Put them on your wallpaper. You put them on your wallpaper from their feed wall. You go to that community tab. You select all your friends and you invite them, man. Okay?
Okay, man.
On to the next one, man.
Okay, man.
Okay.
I can't keep up with that accent.
Oh, I can, man.
Shout out to Nate Collins
Oh, yeah.
over at Spitzer on 4th Street in Mansfield.
Whip game.
If you guys need a new or used car, please reach out to him. Tax time's coming, guys. I know some of you guys have already filled out your taxes.
Oh, yeah.
Which is about 4 months quicker than me. So, shout out to you guys. But if you need a new car, hit up Nate at Spitzer on 4th Street.
Get rid of that little cockroach, man.
New or used vehicles, none of them will have cockroaches, man.
None of them.
Any
No
credit is
cockroaches.
welcome. Any credit's welcome. And if you get
No
a
credit,
vehicle,
good credit, bad credit, okay credit.
it's okay, man.
We get you reloaded. Any credit, welcome, man.
But if you get a vehicle off of him, you get free car washes
Or free.
for the life of the vehicle.
That's it.
And if
Is that it?
That's not it, man.
Oh, what else, man?
It's not over, man.
Okay. Tell them one more.
Okay, man. If if you know somebody that needs a new or used vehicle,
Oh, I know a little friend.
you might want to hit up your little friend, man.
I say hello.
Hello, you need a new car, man.
Come over here, man.
recommend them to Nate Collins. And if you do, he will give you $100 cash money,
My
man.
cash money.
Cash money in your pocket, man.
Hello.
All you got to do, man, is call or text 419-961-4581.
That's disrespectful, man.
That is not disrespectful, man. This whole ad segment's disrespectful, man.
Let's get 419-961-4581.
Thank you.
Come again.
Bye.
Reload it.
What's this Always Sunny episode?
Yeah.
This is Always Sunny has a podcast now with Glenn Howerton, Charlie Day, and Rob McElhenney.
Yep.
And they discuss the episodes, and they're just going through the seasons and stuff. But this last week's episode was probably the greatest podcast episode I'd ever heard. And I'll tell you why.
I'm just kidding.
I want to talk about.
They only got an episode. We got the whole damn series.
I really want to know your guys' thoughts on this. So on that episode, Rob came in and I forget what episode they were supposed to do, but when I saw the title, I'm like, that wasn't the title of the episode. And he just comes in, he's like, all right, we got to talk about this. This just happened. So he was talking about how his wife was out of town. She was shooting a movie or something.
Is that D? Is that?
Yeah, D.
Who's married to D?
Yeah,
okay.
Caitlin. Yeah, so she left because she was shooting a movie, right? And so he has got 2 boys. He's got a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old, I think he said. So he's got 2 boys. And they wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger for dinner.
Right.
So I'm gonna try to give you the whole story of what happened. But this whole time, Charlie, Glenn, and Rob are discussing kind of the moral aspect of all this, and it was just fascinating, and the way they talked about it was great. But I want to know what you guys think. So here's the story. Rob takes his boys to In-N-Out Burger and realizes it's lined out. Out of the parking lot, goes down the street a bit. And he asked the boys, he's like, do you still want to go? It's going to be a while. And they're like, absolutely. So he's like, cool. He goes down, goes around the block, comes back, and gets in line. So you have to come around almost like 2 corners before you're in the line to be in the parking lot.
Canes is like that, too.
Yeah,
exactly. So he's in line, and he's about to turn the corner. And there's a guy in the left, coming to turn left, and he was going to turn left to get in that line. And he was going to cut Rob off. And there's a guy who's in a Rolls Royce, and just didn't care. He's pulls in, and he's blocking the traffic going the opposite way,
right?
And just trying to cut in front of Rob. And he rolls down his window. He's like, "What are you doing?" Right. And the guy just goes, "Let me in." And he's like,
no,
fuck that.
Exactly. So, but he's this whole time, Rob's expertly explaining. He's like, I've got my 15-year-old and my 11-year-old there. He's like, this is that teaching moment. He's like, my job as a dad is number 1 is to protect my children,
right?
To keep them safe,
right? Yep.
You don't know if this guy's got a gun. You don't know if he's just insane. You don't know what's going on.
Sure.
Now, the whole discussion goes around. What ended up happening, what Rob did, he rolled down, he's like, kids, we're going to have, because he's talking about it. He's like, I don't know if this guy's going to get out. He's like, but I have the key fob in my hand that if he gets out, I'm getting out and locking my kids in, and I'm dealing with this.
Right.
And he said it's like this college, it's in a college town, an area in California where they're at. So there's kids around, college age kids around and everything. And Rob rolls down the window, and the guy's just like, let me in. He's like, listen, I'm not letting you in the fucking line.
Right.
So what are you going to do? You getting out of the way, or what are you doing? And the guy goes to get out of his car, and Rob grabs the fob and goes to get out. And the guy just sits back down in his car, closes the door, rolls up the window, and just starts looking at his phone while blocking the traffic the whole time.
Right. Oh, man.
So Rob's sitting there what the hell? So he pulls up, and the guy gets in behind him. Rob said there was there was a couple college girls who were in the car behind him and just let him in anyways.
Right.
Okay. So in that instance, he said he was talking about the whole time. He's looking in the mirror the whole time. He didn't know if the guy was going to get out,
right,
and start something that way, or if he was he on his phone calling people, to come, start something,
right.
But in that moment, the whole question was, did what he do? What he did, was that right?
Hell yeah.
So, I want to get your take on it first. Go ahead.
No, I'd say hell yeah. I mean, that's him standing his ground.
You got both your kids in the car.
Yeah, and he gave them a heads up of what was going on. And that's how I think it should be. You should be 100% transparent with your kids, and you need to let them know, hey, sometimes you got to stand up for yourself. There's going to be a lot of unknowns involved.
But again, just giving you kind of the other side of this whole situation. You're looking into this. And you don't know what he's in, and your kids are there. So if you got out of that car, and who you don't know, he may be an MMA fighter, and he may whoop your ass.
He could.
There's all these things that could happen.
At the end of the day, that's a risk you take
to protect your children.
But so for me, I think you did the right thing too, because again, like you said, I think you do have to show that you can't be walked over just because somebody has a certain tone.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I probably embrace confrontation a little too much.
Yeah.
But
What if Harper's in the car and scared?
That's what I'm saying. I think the age makes a difference too, because they're 15 and 11,
Yeah.
and I think they can understand and handle.
And he talked to him the
What's
whole
going
time.
on?
You know,
Yeah.
afterwards, he's like, when I got home, we talked about it.
Right.
Before we went to bed, we talked about
Right.
like, were you feeling scared? What
Yeah.
was going
Right.
on? What were you guys thinking about that? And they were just, he's like, Dad, that was awesome. They're
Right.
like, they were in that camp.
And
right?
I think it as a parent, if you get into that situation, it's all about how you handle it. And in my eyes, he's like, I mean, the whole "what the fuck do you think you're doing" could have maybe stood back a little bit, but
Right.
it could have
I
been
guess,
like, you know,
but it's
Yeah,
it's all about how you take on that situation. If
So
you would have
here's-
gone out like, bro, you're not fucking moving, or like went out hot
Yeah,
like that or
right.
something, you know, that could have turned the tables a little bit. But he was
Right.
like, hey, no, you're not moving.
yeah,
So either you can get the fuck out of my way,
yeah.
or
Yeah.
we can just fucking sit here.
But he
I mean-
also had, so he gets up and he goes to turn another corner, and then a couple like college kids like tried to turn in front of him again, and he got out of the car. He's like, he just pointed. He said he just pointed at the driver. He's like, knock it off, get to the back of the fucking line, and the guy just like backed up and went to the back of the line.
Sometimes-
he's
I
like,
mean-
I was livid at that point. He's like,
yeah, dude. I mean, some people you got to straighten out, man. Like,
and that's true. So
and
here's
so let me say this though, real quick, as far as the age thing. So Harper's 3, and Harper is also strapped into a car seat.
true.
So if things go bad, she's stuck.
Yeah,
And she's 3, right? So
Yep.
she doesn't really comprehend. As a 15 or 11-year-old, obviously they're not super mature in that aspect to necessarily know what to do or what's right or what's wrong or whatever, but they have more of a feeling of, hey, maybe I just need to kind of hide in the car if something happens.
Yep.
Maybe I do need to get out and run or something like that.
And they probably have a phone on them.
So
if
something
needed,
like that,
like-
yeah. But again, so for me, Harper's 3, she's not going anywhere. For her to go anywhere, I have to be with her, basically.
yeah,
So for me, I let him in,
Yeah.
personally, because of that.
Yep.
But in any other situation, if she's older, if she's probably 8, 9, 10, older, something like that, I would do the same thing. I'd have the conversation with her, stand up to the guy because that's bullshit. But I do think people need to kind of realize that just because you're getting loud, that doesn't mean anything.
right.
So
So here's let me tell you what they all came to as a conclusion.
okay.
All the guys there, Charlie, Glenn, and Rob, they all came to this conclusion of what he did was wrong. That's just in the grand scheme of things. You do not escalate a situation. You de-escalate
Right.
it. You should have just let him in. But they all said we all would have done exactly what
Right.
you did, and that's how I felt. Like I had this. I brought this discussion to my dinner table. I had all my kids there,
Right.
and I was explaining to them, and I explained to them why both sides, and I
Right.
said like if we were in that same situation, boys, I as soon as he was saying this is what happened, in my head I'm like, okay, if that did happen, I would have looked back at my kids and I would have said, Asher, as soon as I step out of this car, you lock the doors and you hold on to my phone. If anything happens, you call 911. And I would have gotten out of the
Right.
car and been ready to throw down.
Right. See,
But that's wrong.
I guess-
you shouldn't do that.
I
But
guess,
in those,
yeah, I guess for me too, it kind of depends on one who's with me. If Harper's with me, it might be different. It also, to be honest with you, and you guys can probably attest to this, it depends on the day I've had. Let's be
it's
real.
true. Yeah.
Because the majority of the time, and I was actually thinking this earlier today, and we've had the conversation about me not like reacting to shit and like all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff, being calm at all times, basically. Something like that is so trivial that I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about, this is the difference for me. I don't care about him cutting in front of me enough to make a big deal out of it, but I do care about the disrespect.
Oh, yeah.
That's the part where
And
I
he's
don't.
going to think it's okay to just keep doing it to
It makes-
other people.
And that's what I'm saying. But not only that, for that reason why they said it's wrong, and I understand that it may be wrong not to escalate the situation, that they say that you should just let them in. That's fucking teaching them that habit, that it's
Well,
okay.
Yeah. So
Last
like,
time I did this worked, I'm just gonna do it again.
Yeah, and me,
Right.
dude, personally, I have so much bad road rage.
right.
I would not allow a motherfucker to cut me off.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
would be in that camp.
it's
I hate it.
it's the disrespect for me, and then it's the thinking that you can walk over somebody, because those are my two biggest pet peeves. Disrespect is an obvious one. Nobody likes that. But some people, which, I mean, to each their own, it's not necessarily a right or wrong thing. But to me, some people kind of let people walk all over them and kind of dictate stuff.
Yeah.
And again, that's kind of your decision, how you want to approach life or situations or whatever. But I don't do that in my life. There is not a single person on this planet that'll tell me what to do.
Sure, your boss will tell you what to do at work.
No, he won't.
He'll tell you to do that account.
to some extent, obviously. But it comes down to...
That's more of a respect thing, anyways. You're respecting the superior.
But
You
no,
know
I
what
feel-
needs to be done.
I feel where you're coming from.
But yeah, it's like, so for instance, this was honestly probably like 6 months ago at this point. But I was over at Steve's. I think I talked about it on here, so I'll keep it brief. But I was over at Steve's. All the parking spots were filled up, right?
Oh, I remember this.
So I pulled into one of the spots that was under the awning, right? Which there's like 10 spots under the little, what's that called? Carport?
Carport,
Something
yeah.
like that. So I did park in there. Now, Harper's mother lives in the same kind of complex type thing. And on theirs, nobody's assigned anything in the carport. So you can just kind of pull in there or whatever.
Sure.
Obviously, it's more made for the people that live there, right? So I get over there. I do the same thing. It's the only spot, right? And a guy comes in and starts knocking on everybody's door.
Whoa.
And is like getting pissed off and is like, hey, whoever's fucking car that is needs to move it or whatever. And knocks on Steve's door, and he's like, hey, that's my buddy's. He'll move it or what. Or no, what it was he was messing with my car, trying to open the door and shit. Yeah, trying to, like, I don't know, move it somehow or whatever. And then Steve's like, I think a guy's messing with your car. And I'm like, no fucking way, right? But Steve goes out there, and he's like, hey, that's my buddy's car. What's going on? And he's like, well, he needs to move his fucking car, like, blah, 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 whatever. Which, I mean, I was technically in the wrong. I was. So I go out there, put my shoes on, go out there, gonna move the car. I'll park out on the street, whatever I got to do, whatever. Yeah. And I forget exactly what he said to me. But he said something along the lines of, like, you better not fucking do it again. And I just turned to him and said, what the fuck are you going to do? Because this isn't illegal, dude.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm being nice. I'm coming out. You're right. I'm moving my car, right? But it's the second that you get disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I will knock your old ass out
Especially
right now.
unnecessary bullshit.
Right. I'm like, dude, it's trivial. Like, I'll move the car. I was going to it. I didn't say a single word to him. Yeah. And he was like, this better not fucking happen again or whatever, just talking shit. And I'm like, you're not, like, dude, I'm getting heated thinking about it.
King Carport here is ready to throw down.
But it's not about that. It's about the disrespect.
He is. He's fucking.
And
what are you doing?
I went in and Steve was like, "Are you good?" Because he knows me, and I'm like, the only reason he's still conscious is because this is your apartment.
Yeah.
I was like, if this was anywhere else, he'd be laying out there.
Bro, if that ever happened near my house, feel free to knock a motherfucker out.
Dude, it's just, it's the disrespect. Like, again, I was in the wrong, and, you know, sure, I didn't realize, you know, it was kind of an innocent mistake, right? I was in the wrong, I'll move it, whatever we got to do. But it's the second that you cross that line.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's kind of what I'm saying about the story in the drive-through line or whatever. It's like, if he's cutting in and he's just, like, being a dick, I'm like, dude, fuck you, but, like, whatever. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. I'll wait the extra 3 minutes, then get into this whole ordeal.
If Jackie or Emily are listening, I'd kind of like to know their thoughts. Because they talk to, like, their producer, her name's Megan, and they get her, they're like, she's like, I would be pissed, but I'd let him in because I wouldn't go much farther. Because I'd asked my wife about that too. She's like, you know, she's like, I would just inch up as close as I could, like he couldn't get him, and pretend he's not there. Right. And that would probably piss them off more, and I wouldn't care.
Because I look at it this way, man. If a fucking lane's about to merge to the right and you're still trying to get in the left lane to pass everybody, I'm fucking speeding up.
Yep.
Right.
Or I will even slow down traffic to where you don't have a fucking gap to get into.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too, like for me, because I don't really like, I like nice things. Everybody knows that I like nice things, but at the same time, like I don't give a shit about them. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about today, somebody almost rear-ended me, like just closely, like slowly, like almost with a tap. Like I could tell they were really close, and immediately I thought, like, I don't care. Like if they would have like bumped me or whatever, I literally was like, I would put my like thumb out the window and be like, we're good, man. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because like nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
But in the drive-through line, like I'm going, and if the guy's cutting in, like go ahead and hit me, dude. I got the right of way.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what you're doing here.
Yep.
You're blocking traffic. You're not in line. Like whatever. So
Yeah, when it comes to something like that, like a little, like a minor, like a bump or something like that, like, dude, when you see people freak the fuck out and everything,
Dude,
I'm like,
ain't
why?
worth it.
Like,
yeah, it's not worth it.
it's not.
Yeah.
I've been tapped before like that, and I just got out and I looked at him like, "There's nothing there." I'm like, "You're good."
Dude,
Right.
the one
I'm on my
time
way.
that happened
Right.
to me, though,
I don't have time
like
for this.
legit.
Right.
The one time that shit happened to me, it really wasn't like that bad at all, and we were like, oh, okay, like it's good, everything's gonna be good. Why was there a fucking Stady 3 cars behind us?
Yeah.
Automatically got involved.
Yeah, because if there's any
And
type
I'm
of
like-
damage, they have to write
Like
a
we were
ticket.
literally just like getting back into our cars, like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And no, I was like, son of a.
Yeah, anytime there's any damage, they like have to issue a ticket if they see it,
Yeah.
Oh, that
which sucks.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Because I actually, when I was like 17 or something, you know, Lex Spring Mill right out here,
Yeah.
the very top of that big hill,
Yep.
gets super icy because
Yeah,
it's
it
at the
does.
top. There's it's like an open field, so the wind's everywhere. So I'm coming actually back into town, and there was a car turning or something, and I hit my brakes and I'm fucking sliding, right?
Yep.
So I just slid into like kind of the ditch or whatever. And I had a 4-wheel drive truck, and I'm like, it's whatever, like nothing major. And I couldn't get out though, but we had to get like a tow truck just to pull me out real quick.
Yeah.
But a cop passed us, and he pulled in, and he's like, I hate to do this, but I have to wait to see if when you get pulled out, if you're still good to go, or if like the truck's fucked up or whatever.
Yeah.
If it is, I have to write you a ticket for reckless
Like failure
or what?
to-
Yeah,
failure
something
to- I don't know
small.
what
It
it
wasn't.
is. That
It
sucks.
wasn't going to be anything crazy. But he's
that
like,
seems so trivial.
yeah, but yeah, and I don't know if he was kind of cool, like in that sense, but I'm like, dude, just like go away, like it's
Yeah,
fine.
just pretend you didn't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm almost pulled out. We're good.
So I don't know if he like radioed it in and then was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, like I already called it in or something.
Yeah, that
But-
could be.
But he explained, and he wasn't like a bad guy, so I, whatever. And he didn't give me a ticket. My truck was fine.
Good.
I was just kind of stuck and couldn't get out.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of where I learned that. He's like, if there's any damage, I have to write at least some ticket. I'm
been like,
that's
bro, you don't
fucking
have to.
dumb.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right.
You
You
don't have to do anything. You're the
Right.
law. You're Johnny Law, baby. You don't have to
Right.
do nothing.
Right. Yeah,
Nada.
but his boss probably tells him what to do. So,
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
what else we got?
Well, I only had like one current event because I really wanted to talk about that Always Sunny episode. I just thought I wanted to hear what your guys'
How long?
thoughts
How
are.
long have we been recording? Since timer duty never works.
An hour 3.
Oh, we're at an hour already. All right, cool.
Yeah. So that one thing I had on there was just what you're looking forward to in
Started.
2022. You started the timer. Very good.
Oh, okay.
I
Sweet.
just kind of wanted to be a little positive and be like, hey, what's
Okay.
what's out there? What do you know what's coming? What do you want to do? What are you looking forward to in 2022?
So not necessarily like goals, just
Not
something that
necessarily, just
Okay.
anything. It could be. I mean, like the Jackass movie is about to come out. I want to go see that. you know?
UFC now is
Yeah.
definitely something I'm looking forward to. Obviously in March. I am moving here in a couple weeks, so you guys will see. The studio is going to look a little different. It's going to probably take a week or so to get it up and running. So we might record in like my fucking living room. Who knows what happens, but we'll have this episode and I think 2 more episodes in here, and then after that it's going to be a new spot. So I'm looking forward to that. Living on my own again. I'm a loner to some extent, so my roommate's fine and whatever, but I just love living by myself. It's so much better.
I feel that.
More expensive, obviously, but it is what it is. So I'm looking forward to that. I think I'm going to go to Florida here in a couple months.
Ooh.
My grandparents live there, and they haven't met Harper yet.
Oh.
So, and they're kind of getting up there. They're in their mid-80s now something.
Okay.
So, yeah, we want to try to get down there. And Harper actually flew last year.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
With her mom to, like, their friend's house down to Georgia.
I remember that.
And Harper was fine with flying, so that's cool.
Good.
So we're going to do that. I don't know, man. I don't know what else. What else? What do you got?
I think my biggest thing is just more like family involved. Like we've actually even talked about it. Me and Danielle, we just want to do like more family things, like outings. Like we really want to get a vacation started or at least planned, even if we don't go like this year. It's been tough because like we really want to go to Disney again, but I don't feel like going with all this COVID shit and all the restrictions and all the bullshit that you have to deal with.
Right.
Dude, I got your hookup. My wife does that for a living.
Yeah.
She can plan your whole trip for free.
That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so I've been kind of just waiting for the whole restrictions and all that. Like, because if we go to Disney, I remember the last time we went, like, it was fantastic. And I feel like with shit that they have in place, like, you can't get that full experience.
We were there recently. We were at Universal recently with all the restrictions. Honestly, wasn't that bad. And it was honestly, some of it was a little better because they weren't at full capacity.
Yeah, and I could see
yeah.
that too. And I started kind of looking at like the pros and the cons and things of that.
I guess, are you talking about what, Florida or
Florida.
California? Florida, okay.
Or maybe even California. I don't know. My daughter has like talked about like wanting to go to California.
Well, I think the one in California, just because I saw Chris D'Elia do a YouTube video. I don't think that you need a mask or anything there too. So
crazy shit's going on in California, though,
right?
So
Yeah.
I gotta go to Florida.
Yeah, so Florida, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, but I think just
that's cool, man.
Just doing like vacations or stuff like that, and then like one of the biggest things is just like me and Danielle time.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, and like whether it's just like once the kids go to bed, and like maybe just going downstairs and like playing a game or something like that. But just I don't know, just different ways for us to like have us time.
Yeah, freshen it up a little bit.
Yeah,
man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, BJ?
I hope I can skateboard more this year.
There you go.
I mean, it's something small, obviously.
And you're gonna make me keep falling on my ass.
Yeah. I
Bastard.
thought about getting here early because I got 2 boards in my car right now. I thought about making you get out there and just start rolling around.
Do it.
That Element board came, and it's a sick board. I like that board a lot. But I'd like to skateboard more.
I'll learn how to ollie.
No, you
It'll
won't.
be fun, dude.
We could teach you how to ollie in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just the execution at that point.
Yeah.
Shit,
The commitment.
Give me 3.
Because you're gonna fall.
I was
I
looking.
snowboarded. I know.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Oh
It
no,
is-
but when
it's
you learn
different.
how to snowboard, man, there's a lot of falling and a lot of
yeah,
hurting.
but it's way different than concrete.
I'm a beast.
And the board doesn't shoot out from under you.
I'm a beast.
Sure.
I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great content.
I've got great.
Bingo.
Let's do it. I'm learning how to ollie, bitches.
Right now, after this?
Do it. I don't know about after this.
All right. We'll have to bring a light out or something.
Yeah.
Bring all the extension cords,
Yeah,
but we
see,
can make it
can't do
happen.
Heck yeah,
Turn
dude.
on the whoever. I'm sure one of you guys parked on the road.
I did.
Turn
There's
on the headlights.
There you go.
That's all we need.
Yeah. Fuck it.
All right, I'm down.
Watch him bust it.
Patreon.com/AverageJave Podcast.
Coming soon.
Any other?
Just I mean, kind of saying I want to get proper routines in my life. I want to start tapering off some bad habits and start increasing some better habits. I want to get as little as I want to be more diligent with practicing drum. I want to, even if it's during these cold months, I want to do a kickflip a day, man.
There
I'd
you
love
go.
to get in my garage and just
That's
land
awesome.
a kickflip
Boom.
every day so I can get those back on lock. It's been so long since I've been good at skateboarding.
That's because you ride a fucking cruiser board, dude.
Oh no.
That's it. But yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get back to skating, but I'm so fucking fat. No, but you talked about drumming, and I actually shared a status today from 11 years ago when I was 19, And the status was, and you guys can't judge me because we're all fucking stupid when we're 19.
Yep.
But it said drumming, lifting, running. Repeat, 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 then party. And I'm like, dude, I was
Heck
so
yeah, dude.
different back then.
Yeah.
But you mentioned drumming, and I was like, that's funny.
Hell yeah.
That's funny. Real quick, the only current event I wanted was my buddy Ori and his brother. They got a write-up in the Richland Source, and it was a cool little article. He and his brother started a company years ago. Jeez whiz.
Yeah.
But flight fins, and it's all these. They have all these patents and stuff on all of these things that you can attach to a one wheel. A one wheel is a cool board with this giant tire in the middle, and you stand on either side of it. Like Ori's been invited. He goes to Oregon every year for a one wheel competition,
Right.
which was awesome. You can watch those online.
Are those the ones that go like 50 mile an hour?
I think up to 30 is the I know that's the fastest Ori's gotten.
Okay.
I've
Well,
seen them, and I've ridden. I'd love to get one, but they're pretty expensive, like
Yeah.
$1,500.
Oh, damn. I saw one. Maybe it was like modified or whatever. But the dude was legitimately on like the road, like next to people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
But
when
he
you're
was
on
going
it,
like
it's ridiculous.
He was going like 50 or something though.
Gotcha. So
But it was modded somehow.
He started out. He modded his board with he made some wood blocks to where you can kind of push your feet underneath, so you can kind of just jump with the board still attached to your feet. They went on and got patents for these designs, 3D printed them. He has a company out in Minnesota, I think they said it was, that he gets it all done through. He was able to. He hired somebody specifically to do all the packaging and shipping for him.
Damn.
The boy bought a Tesla with all of his proceeds. Like because I always ask him. We go skate every now and then.
Shit
We were
is
just
dope.
in Millersburg skating. And I was just asking him how it all goes. Like I got to ride in his Tesla to Millersburg.
Right.
And he's like, "Look, man, we're doing great. Like, I bought a Tesla.
Right.
This is great."
That's dope.
And it's just it's cool to just see him. He's a local artist. He
Yep.
did the logo for Teach a Dummy. He's just one of the
He's done
greatest
a lot
dudes.
of stuff.
He's got
that
an
a lot
awesome
of people
band.
Don't realize. Yep.
He's a good dude, and I love seeing people like that succeed.
I like it. Obviously, I like that too. But I like that this says he launched his LLC in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So this has only been. It's obviously now 2022, but barely.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's only been like 3 years.
Yeah.
It says awarded 2 patents and rolled out a full product line of fins, fenders, and even custom wheels.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I know one wheel is big. If you guys want to support another local guy, what was it called?
Flight Fins.
Flight Fins.
FLIGHTFINS. He has tutorials on how to use all his stuff, how to install it, everything you got to do to make them work.
That's what's
and
up.
it's just so cool.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, he's all of it. His website, like I even told him, like his website itself is just really cool. He did a really good job on that. But I mean, he's a natural creator and stuff, and he's just really cool. But you see the things like where his feet are down there, that's what he designed it. It hooks to the thing
I
that's
see.
over that.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
then
I was
that's-
thinking more on the outside, but I see.
I think
That's
there's
awesome.
another brand out there that has ones that go to the outside.
Okay,
and-
that would be more convenient though.
yeah,
Definitely.
because you scoot them in, you scoot your feet in and lock them together, and that gives you more of your
Center
center
of
over the wheel at that point.
Yep.
I mean, I've
that's
seen
slick.
Ori do like a freaking big spin on them.
Yeah, that's dope.
He's gotten so good, and it was
That's
just funny
awesome.
to see him jump on it and then just goes vroom, just
Right.
like right down the road, and it's like, man alive. It's
But
just
that's
really
cool, man. Like this, I mean, it started out seemingly as like something he just
Just an
thought
idea.
was cool.
Yeah, that he
wanted
wanted
to
for
do.
himself so that he could do
And
stuff.
the man's out here buying Teslas within 3 years. So
Right.
if you guys got ideas, go for it, man.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm definitely excited to see where the podcast goes to, because we're coming up on 3 years and all this kind of stuff. But and we're definitely gaining a little more traction too as the weeks go on. But
yeah, man.
I would love to be able to buy a Tesla. You know what I
Right?
mean? That's
Same.
dope. That's dope. So shout out to him.
Yep.
Shout out Flight Fins. I'm sure you could just Google it if
Yep.
you need to.
Oh yeah, it all comes up.
Yeah.
Flight Fins. You can follow him on all social media and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
But the dudes, I love seeing that. He's such a good dude. I've known him forever, and I'm just glad he's doing well.
Yeah,
so.
he's always been around because I grew up in Belleville too, so he's always been around. But that's awesome. So another local guy you could support there, Flight Fins.
Absolutely.
Definitely
Let's
go
call
do
him.
that.
Let's all go to Skate Naked tomorrow. Let's all go.
I wish I could. But thank you guys for checking out the episode.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
We appreciate it.
We do have a little surprise that you guys don't know of, and I'm excited about it. Again, VaunDoom's album comes out
playing a
tonight
song?
at midnight.
Play it.
Maybe. And definitely check it out. It's outerheavenmusic.bandcamp.com. Definitely support him there. By the time you guys are hearing this, the album's out. So
make sure you listen.
Go buy it.
This is somewhat nullified, but for us, the album is not out yet. But he gave us a little preview, a little sneak peek. If you want to go ahead and hit that gang button, this is Gang by VaunDoom.
It's gang, nigga. You know we made the game change, nigga. You ain't in the same lane, nigga. You better respect the name, nigga. It's gang, we made the game change, ain't in the same lane. Better respect the name, nigga. We rollin' deep, we finna flank the stage, and we the god to this, and he just won't be make my nigga go.
Yo, niggas trippin' for show. They know the shit on the flow. Straight to the paper, the tissue, and lately I've been on the roll. I did all of this on my yo. My niggas are solid, my bitches erotic. I'm driving erratic, I'm smoking exotic. You know what's poppin', this shit get like tonic. I make them love me like Takis or Poppies. I only see what I see through the optics. I'ma just run it like I don't got options. Scared to watch when I get in the pocket. He better not drop it. I get to the second, I'm flipping the back, and they still on that trash. I been bringing the bag and pull up to the plug. I got a back and this thing here for life, but them lows get massive. I look like I'm trapping. That's cause I'm trapping. They talking that shit, but we know that they capping. Niggas need lights and cameras for the action. They popping the script, so you know niggas acting. I look like I'm trapping. That's cause I'm trapping. They talking that shit, but we know they just rapping. Niggas need lights and cameras for the action. They popping the script, so you know niggas acting young.
Gang, nigga. You know we made the game change, nigga. You ain't in the same lane, nigga. You better respect the name, nigga. It's gang, we made the game change, ain't in the same lane. Better respect the name, nigga. We rollin' deep, we finna flank the stage, and we the god to this, and he just won't make my nigga go. Stuck, fire in the tub. I'm the king of this thing, yeah, I got the title all white. Jeffrey 12's calling bads, cause they look like Mike with a vitiligo. I'm clean, nigga. Doom is the illest on the scene, nigga. But you know I'm chillin' with my kings, nigga. We the champ, so we got the big rings, nigga. And we all the way turned up. These squares ain't hunting my circle. My niggas metal get solid. I seen the snakes out here lurking. Cut they heads off while I'm ballin'. Niggas stay paid every scene we run. I call it ink gem pouring, cause the papers say come in my gang. Run the things like there's nothing, don't trust. All the rest I can see through the stunt. A lot of y'all funny when you posted y'all money after you pay your rent, then you broke back the hustle. Nigga, that's something my eyes never seen. I stack my cream, Neapolitan dreams. Only rock with niggas that know they rich. Built this nigga here brick by brick. My cloth is real, nigga, stitch by stitch. Everyone around me, honestly, got gang, nigga. You know we made the game change, nigga. You ain't in the same lane, nigga. You better respect the name, nigga. It's gang, we made the game change, ain't in the same lane. Better respect the name, nigga. We rollin' deep, we finna flank the stage, and we the god to this, and he just won't make my nigga go.
Damn.
Holy shit.
Fire.
Dude.
Fire.
God.
Shout out VaunDoom.
For
Yep.
sure.
That is
Big
awesome.
That was some fucking heat, boy.
He sent it to me, and I played the first, 10 seconds, and I heard the beat come in, and I cut it off. I was like, nope. I got to wait for this because I can tell this is fire.
Oh, my God,
Definitely
dude.
check it out.
Hell yes.
outerheavenmusic.bandcamp.com.
You can check out all his other stuff on
Yes.
Spotify if you want. It's all there. It's amazing.
Yes. Support him on Bandcamp, though, guys.
Yes,
I'm
please.
not exaggerating. It's literally at least 500 times more beneficial for him than if you stream it. So definitely support him there. All of his albums are there. Throw him a couple bucks. It means the
Hell yeah.
world. And that song right there is worth fucking $400. So
least.
I'll trade my UFC tickets in for that one song right there. So shout out Vaughn, you just got my UFC tickets. Not really, please don't ask me for them. But shout out to him. Yeah, thank you guys for checking out the episode. Go support Vaughn. Support us as well, patreon.com/averageafpodcast.
Gang, gang.
If you've made it this fucking far, goddamn subscribe, please. Thank you. Do it.
And like it.
Yeah, all that. Also, check out Greener Grass Podcast. We got a episode coming out with them at the end of February.
Yes,
check
sir.
out Teach a Dummy Podcast.
Yeah.
All that
Hashtag
kind of
cancel
stuff.
Tim.
Hashtag cancel Tim.
That's
We
the next
love
t-shirt.
you all. And,
Until next week.
peace.